All right. Buenos días. Buenos días. Um, well, first and foremost, this video really is going to be short. All right. Woke up early just so I could do this video because this this weekend was a little bit important. All right. Especially with yesterday's close. What am I looking for? Jesus. Um, I'm not even mark that red. Because I'll mark it green. All right. It's that level that we were talking about. All right. Had a strong push into close last week. All right. Saw the market open up last night. Had that strong push right up above. Failed that retest. Couldn't hold. Came back up for that downside confirmation on that retest. All right, folks. This is exactly what we're looking for. All right. When we're looking for retest, you failed, consolidated, came back up for the retest. Now you're down to the downside. Simple as that. All right. Now, big shocker. I mean, still we have to wait till it opens. All right. Got this double bottom right here. All right. I got these lines right here. All right. I'm not saying that that's what we're predicting, but that's what we want to happen. All right. We're looking for this bullish rectangle if we really want to see the market just skyrocket. All right. So far, I mean, it's kind of playing out to a T. All right. But I mean, we're still not really safe yet from any downside. There's still a lot of blood to be shed. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. I'm tired of having it up there. So if y'all miss it out on the videos, not my fault. All right. Yeah, so found support right here. Now, the main thing that everyone should be concerned is if this does play out and give us an H pattern. All right. It's on the 15-minute time frame. That does that. We come down, might as well test that 200 SMA right here. Okay. After that, got another critical level down here at 24,762. I mean, I don't want to say we're calling it. All right. But this is what I'm saying. We got our game plan, and that's why it feels like we do call it from time to time because we had a game plan to if it got up here, past that retest and shot up. Now we're looking for 25, 354. Didn't happen. All right. So now we just got to look at the hard, cold facts. Can't get above this level. That 25, 219 is a strong level. Start coming down to 24, 975. This is why I wanted to wait until the morning to make this video because market did shoot up overnight, but anything can happen overnight. Just like that. Also, anything can happen as soon as market opens. So, don't count your chickens until your eggs have hatched. Whatever that whole saying is. I'm horrible at these sayings, all right? Um, for the most part, though, too, what kind of brought everything down was that China told its state-linked banks to sell some U.S. Treasuries and slow like the limit order on buying, or not limit order, but limit it on the new buying. They're pretty much worried. Let me see. Let me bring up that. Okay, beautiful. Okay, they're pretty much worried about U.S. debt and it becoming more volatile. So this is just more about risk management. I wouldn't call it a complete fucking nuke to see the market crash, but they're just worried about how much debt we got and how much we are accumulating. And I hate to sound like Chicken Little right now, but I've been saying that there is a bubble. I don't think it's so much as AI. I mean, AI has a lot to do with it, but I think it's more of how much we are investing. And then again, this is just my opinions. Don't take my fucking, take it with a grain of salt. But I think we're just borrowing way too much fucking money. And I think Japan's one of those folks that we borrow too much money from. And that's starting to create a bubble. I mean, all the earnings that are coming out. I mean, everyone is hella, hella concerned about how much money we're dumping into AI. It's ridiculous. It's off the boards. That's why we saw Amazon drop. All right. So if y'all saw that Amazon video, that's why investors pulled out a lot of the money. Everyone's a little concerned about how much money we're dumping into here. Is it going to pay off? I don't know. That's what we're pretty much trying to figure out. All right. Now, why does it matter when they're telling China's telling their state linked banks. Why do I keep saying banks? Banks to stop buying U.S. Treasuries. Well, pretty simple. They're a safe asset. They influence interest rates and they affect things like stocks, bonds, mortgage rates, just across the board, all the way down to the dollar. All right, so it's no bueno. All right, no bueno. All right, so the more selling that we see when it comes to uh, the U.S. Treasuries. Okay, all right. The more selling we get, the lower the bond price, which equals higher yields. Higher yields make borrowing more expensive, and yeah, I mean, as you can tell, we like borrowing. All right, so that's not good. So, what exactly does this mean as well? Too, it means that we're borrowing a lot. That's not good. Volatility. Expect the VIX just to go crazy. All right, let's just keep it plain and simple with that one. All right, let me go to my vitals on the market. All right, essentially, this is what we're looking for right here. All right, it's the name of the game in the morning. Already shot up to 18.7. Now, do I have? No, I think it's on my other canvas. Let's pop that bad boy. Boom. All right, this is what we're looking for right here. All right, we get above 1973. Expect blood in the street. So this is exactly what I will be looking at in the morning. All right, we see that. Ooh, that's not good. All right, I'll tell you this much right now. This is not good. All right, plain and simple. We got a nice little morning star forming right here. All right, folks. So we got that pattern, little doji candle right here. If this shoots up above, I don't know why that deleted. All right, whatever. See, now that just makes me want to do all that. All right, okay. I don't know why he's doing that. Whatever. Okay. Pretty much what we're looking for here is morning star. Okay. You get a candle like that, get a doji candle, which is this one. This shoots up above. Wow, okay. Just doing whatever the hell we want this morning. Get another candle to the right, which is this one. If this starts to shoot up above 1973, I mean, we're in trouble, folks. All right. So 50-minute time frame is open. We get above that, expect blood in the streets. All right. Simple as that. All right. So with the VIX rising, volatility rising, um, causes a lot of fear, a lot of panic, uncertainty, and doubt. All right. It's called FUD. Y'all ever hear that term? It's pretty much what they're referring to: fear, uncertainty, and doubt. FUD. All right. So there's a lot of FUD going on right now, and it's not actually, how do you say, verified like a blue check on IG or Twitter, X, until we start getting data. And what do you know? We got CPI come Wednesday on the 11th. And on top of that, we're going to have delayed data, which was supposed to have dropped on the 6th, on Friday. On Friday, okay. So on Friday, we were supposed to get non-farm payrolls, which pretty much, determines the labor strength and the weakness, if it's good, if it's bad. And then, we got CPI, which overall give us our inflation confirmation. So inflation, bad, no bueno. All right. It's going to keep encouraging us to pretty much cut rates if both those come out bad. So, I mean, depending on how you look at things, everything's about perspective, So that's what I say, when you're in the market, it's all about, it's very subjective. So, I could say one thing, someone else can say another thing, depending on their take. But at the end of the day, these are the cold hard facts. Inflation comes in bad. Expect more blood in the streets. But I mean, that's exactly what we want, right? So we want to see the market come down, get some good prices, get some good steals, such as open. All right. I know I sound like a broken record, but this is exactly what we want to see. We want to see open come on down. I want to see open around here, around $3. So if he could lose his 200 day, get a sharp drop down right before earnings, I mean, steal. That's exactly what I want. All right. February 19th, that's when we got earnings. That's That's next week. That's next week, big dog. That's next week. All right. Hymns. Where do I even start with hymns? All right. Pretty much facing some legal issues to say, nonetheless. All right. They try to sell a cheap copy of a weight loss drug and without, FDA approval, which is a big no-no, and the original drug maker. So FDA and the original drug maker pretty much, suing them for dollar bills. Not a bad company, just a good old American story. Let me go ahead and steal and copyright your material. So right now we're sitting at 1951. This is not the one where I drew it on. It's probably on my sketch pad because I am horrible at keeping track with all this stuff. Yep. What do you know? Okay. That's where I got it marked. Okay. So it's at 1950. Pretty much anything below 1887. I mean, to me, that's just gold. So I'm going to start scooping up shares and just, I wouldn't say put the house up for it, but, I'm definitely going to be averaging down anything above 1887. Any money I got that I don't need, I'm going to just pretty much throw inside hymns. And then whenever they get their ish together, yeah, we got a lot of upside, all the way back up to 72. So great way to park your money. Don't go crazy. Go crazy. That's on you. Across the board too, I like Lily, man. Lily's just been consolidating up here, looking nice to the upside. If we can get above 1100, I'm liking calls. All right, and that's into all-time highs. So, I mean, that'd be a good one. They are a little bit expensive. All right, Nvidia shot up, kind of getting that pullback. Like I said, we'll kind of see how everything looks once market opens. Big gap down here to the bottom. So everyone just be wary of that. Don't go going crazy buying a bunch of calls or puts. We want to mainly just be looking at the VIX later on or early in the morning, see what happens. Remember too, folks, in the morning, we get a lot of manipulation. So just be wary of that. Might fake a couple of y'all out, might not. But coming back down into this fair value gap, I would expect to pretty much reach that 179.44, right into that 50% median. That comes down. We're looking at support. We got a strong support here at 176. So in all reality, I think puts could work to 176. I like that a lot. All right. Apple broke above that head and shoulders. It's exactly what you want to see when you want to see some more upside to any stock. You gotta, especially when you're in calls. I was in puts, so I mean that was a nightmare to me. But if y'all got into calls, that's exactly what you want to see. Pretty much, I like this level right here for some support. Let's go ahead and mark that. I'll even make that like a strong level of support and resistance. Reject, shot up, reject, boom. Now, if we reject here, that's definitely a strong resistance, and I'd definitely be looking more down to the downside of 258. Looks good like that, but I mean, if they can keep their head above water, I mean, I think everything was looking good, and next level from there would pretty much be 285. So it's exactly what we want. That's exactly what we're looking for. It's how you want to play Apple. Apple can definitely help push the market back up. If big resistance right here, they can't pass that test, I mean, it's going to help bring the market down as well as NVIDIA coming down. So if NVIDIA is coming down, Apple's shooting up, I mean, the market might just, just be a chop day. All right. Welcome to Chop Suey. Marvell, where we at? We're at 79.44. There's that retest. Exactly. That's on a 15-minute time frame. We shot up. It's supposed to go up from here. We got this strong level right here at 81.53. I'd be wary of that. We can't get above that. We continue shooting down. I mean, looking for 76. It got above the 200-day. I don't know if y'all can see the green line right here. Let me go ahead and delete that, which is 77. Shot up. But, with the market pulling back, especially if NVIDIA pulls back, I mean, NVIDIA pretty much leads the path. All right. So I still like puts for them. Don't get me wrong. My thing is that there's a lot of levels that we can't get over on a lot of these stocks across the board. All right. So here are my indicators right here. Can't get above that 48 EMA. I mean, it's still pretty much confirmed. I mean, especially with that little doji. Now this is a shooting star, right? Same thing as morning star. Um, Essentially, what you get is candle that moves up, a little doji candle, candle that comes down. All right, boom. You lose that stuff. Whoops. You lose those. I mean, you get formations like that, candle structures like that. I mean, then you're gonna see some more downside, especially with earnings coming up on the 26th. I mean, this could really move down. All right. So a lot of stocks are pretty much looking like that. They're pretty much confirming trend, more to the downside. It's still nothing crazy, especially with right here. We got Nvidia, about to form a Death Star on the 4 hour, or Death Star, say Star Wars, Death Cross. That's where the 50 EMA crosses or SMA crosses the 200 SMA. We come down. I mean, still haven't technically bounced off there, so I'm just saying, folks, don't go crazy on calls. It's still not a bullish market. There's still a lot to be determined. I mean, everything's kind of forming a rising wedge. I know people hate, when I rub it in their face, but people are not afraid to tell me when I'm wrong. So I don't care about being right. I just care about being on the right side of a trade. So don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit. That's all I'm saying. All right, still rising wedge. We could come down. We could fall out. And next level we're looking for is 23,952. Get a lot of great discounts such as, HIMS, Open, Nvidia, Marvell. I mean, I still want to see some more downside, but if we end up in a bullish market breaks above our main level. Let's go to, I know I got on Sketchpad. I should have threw it on side here. My bad, y'all. Market pretty much breaks above that 25,219. I mean, looking good to the upside. Failing that retest right now, but let's see, as market opens up. I mean, I would consider that a fail already at that point, but I mean, hey, and that's the thing too, market on the 4 hour, as y'all see, rejected that 48 SMA or EMA. And I'm telling y'all, I have these here for a reason. I mean, they help me. So, I mean, it's not confirmed. It's just like the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA. If you're not getting that, I mean, you're not getting above that, I'm not bullish, cool, it shot up, but it rejected up here. So I mean, it is what it is. I got these indicators for a reason. They're coming down. So next level, 24,975. After that, 24,762. Then we're looking for 24,449. All right. I should just really mark this out as a level at this point. I think it turned its stripes. And yeah, so pretty much what we're looking for today, folks. All right. So today and tomorrow is going to determine a lot, but Wednesday is going to be the big factor. So we might get a little spike up, a little run up. I mean, I think, to be honest, I think we'll get some chop suey till we get some actual data. All right. So be careful playing calls or puts these next 2 days. All right. If you're going to play it, play when you see an actual direction for moving up in the market. Playing calls, get in, get out, hit your leg. Don't fucking hold anything. All right. But yeah, man. So that's it for today. Let's get this uploaded, and y'all have a good day, man. Let's go get some money. That money, young. Yo.